Every single winter, millions of pounds of one of the most potent organic garden resources get tossed directly into the trash bin. We eat the fruit, we enjoy the juice, and then we throw away the powerhouse that protects it. I'm talking about citrus peels. Oranges, lemons, grapefruits, limes. It doesn't matter what you're eating. If you are throwing away the skins, you are throwing away free fertilizer. For years, I was told that you shouldn't put citrus in your compost. People said it was too acidic, that it would kill the worms, or that it took too long to break down. And to be fair, if you just throw a whole orange peel into a cold compost pile, it will sit there for months, looking exactly the same as the day you tossed it. But that isn't a problem with the peel. That is a problem with the method. I realized that I didn't want to wait 6 months for these nutrients to return to my soil. I wanted them now. Especially in the middle of winter, when my indoor plants are struggling with dry air and my overwintering outdoor acid lovers are dormant and waiting for a boost. So, I decided to run an experiment. I wanted to see if I could take this so-called kitchen waste and transform it into a usable liquid fertilizer in less than a week. The goal was simple: turn these raw, tough, oily peels into a water-soluble acidic gold that my plants could drink up immediately. And I gave myself a strict deadline. 5 days. So here is how I turned a pile of breakfast trash into liquid gold. It started on day 1. The first step was collection. I saved every peel from my morning oranges and the lemons we used for cooking. A big mistake people make here is using moldy peels. You don't want mold. You want fresh or dry, clean peels. If they have mold on them, you're just breeding a fungal colony you don't want. I took my fresh peels and gave them a quick rinse. You want to wash off any potential waxes or pesticides if you aren't buying organic. Once they were clean, I grabbed a pair of kitchen shears. This is the secret to speed. Remember, whole peels take months to break down because they have a small surface area relative to their mass. By chopping them up into tiny 1-inch squares or even smaller strips, we are exponentially increasing the surface area. This allows the water to penetrate the cells of the rind much faster, extracting those oils and nutrients at record speed. I packed these chopped peels into a large clean glass jar. You don't need to sterilize it like you're canning jam, but it should be clean. I filled the jar about halfway with the chopped peels. Then, I topped it off with water. Now, ideally, you want to use chlorine-free water, either rainwater or tap water that has sat out for 24 hours. Chlorine can kill the beneficial bacteria we are trying to encourage, but for a simple extraction like this, even tap water works in a pinch. I filled it to the brim, covering every single piece of peel, and screwed on the lid. That was the end of day 1. It looked like water with fruit floating in it. Nothing special. By day 2, the transformation had already started. When I walked into the kitchen, I checked the jar. The water had shifted from crystal clear to a very pale, cloudy yellow. This is the first sign of extraction. The water-soluble compounds were beginning to leach out. I gave the jar a vigorous shake. This is important. Shaking it helps dislodge air bubbles trapped in the texture of the peels and circulates the water, ensuring that the extraction is happening evenly. I opened the lid for a second just to let it breathe. Sometimes a little fermentation kicks off early, and you don't want pressure building up, and then closed it back up. By day 3, the magic was really happening. The color had deepened significantly. It wasn't just pale yellow anymore. It was starting to look like a weak tea. When I opened the jar on day 3, the smell hit me. It didn't smell like rotting garbage. It smelled incredibly fresh, like a burst of concentrated citrus oil. That smell is the d-limonene. This is a powerful signal that the oils are releasing into the water. At this point, the water is becoming infused not just with acids, but with those mobile nutrients like potassium. Potassium is the nutrient responsible for water regulation in plants and, crucially, for flowering and fruiting. By creating a liquid source of it, we are creating a fast-acting tonic that plants can uptake immediately through their roots. Day 4 was the tipping point. The peels, which had been bright orange or yellow, were starting to look a little pale. They were losing their color to the water. The liquid itself was now a vibrant, opaque gold. It looked rich. It looked thick. This is exactly what we want. If you let this sit for 2 weeks or a month, it would eventually turn into a strong vinegar and might start to ferment into alcohol, which isn't what we are going for here. We want a fresh extraction. We aren't making wine, we are making fertilizer. 5 days is that sweet spot where you get maximum extraction without risking the mixture turning into a rot bucket. Finally, day 5, the harvest. I brought the jar over to the counter and set up a simple strainer over a measuring cup. As I poured the contents out, The color was undeniable. It was a deep, rich, golden yellow, liquid gold. The peels that were left behind were soft, pale, and spent. They had given up their goods. But we aren't done with those spent peels yet. Because they have been soaked and softened, they are now primed for the compost pile. They have hydrated, they have started to break down structurally, and much of the potent acidity and oil has been washed away into our liquid. This means you can now throw these leftover solids into your worm bin or compost pile, without worrying about hurting your worms or slowing down the pile. They will decompose in a fraction of the time it would have taken if we tossed them in fresh. So really, we are getting two products here, a liquid fertilizer and a compost accelerator. But let's talk about the liquid. This is potent stuff. You never ever want to pour this directly onto your plants undiluted. It is acidic and it is concentrated. In the garden, more is not always better. I treat this acidic gold like a concentrate. The rule of thumb I use is a 1-to-1 dilution at a minimum, but usually I prefer 1 part citrus tea to 2 or 3 parts water. This ensures we are giving the plants a gentle feed rather than shocking them. So, who gets this gold? I took my diluted mixture and headed to my indoor garden first. My lemon tree, which lives in a pot by the window during winter, was the first recipient. Citrus trees are heavy feeders and they love acidity. It's almost poetic, feeding the tree with its own fruit waste. It recycles the nutrients directly back into the system. Next, I used it on my gardenia and my indoor ferns. These plants thrive in slightly acidic soil conditions. If you have tap water that is hard or alkaline, your acid-loving plants are slowly suffering every time you water them. The high pH locks up iron and magnesium, leading to yellowing leaves. This citrus tea acts as a natural pH down adjuster, neutralizing that alkaline tap water and keeping the soil chemistry right where these plants like it. If it were spring or summer, I would be pouring this around the drip line of my blueberry bushes, my hydrangeas, to keep them blue, and my azaleas. It's also fantastic for raspberries. However, a word of caution. Do not use this on plants that prefer alkaline soil, like lavender, lilacs, or clematis. And be careful with young seedlings. Their roots are tender, and the acidity might be too intense for them. Stick to established plants. The result of this 5-day experiment was incredible. I took what was essentially garbage, a handful of peels that would have gone to the landfill, and turned it into a bottle of nutrient-rich pH-balancing plant food. It cost me $0. It took maybe 10 minutes of actual active work over the course of the week. And the best part? It's completely organic. There are no synthetic chemicals, no plastic bottles to throw away, and no mystery ingredients. It really changes how you look at your kitchen. You stop seeing waste and start seeing raw materials. Every time you peel an orange, you aren't just making a snack, you're holding the potential for next season's growth in your hand. So, before you toss those peels in the trash, or let them sit forever in your compost pile, grab a jar, chop them up, add some water. And in 5 days, you'll have your own batch of acidic gold ready to wake your garden up. Go ahead and try this one out this week. Your blueberries will thank you for it later. And if you found this helpful, please be sure to give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and as always, grow green and live clean.